zone, right? The cobweb shaking off the rust. It's
even
for
facilities, even facilities.
UMass wins the tip. This is McHale, who heaves up a three and connects. One of the many new faces. The Amani McHale, the first-year guard out of Queens, hitting the triple.
Great trap.
Kaleja comes away with it and lays it in. What a start for the Minutewomen here at Levites Pavilion.
Wow, I love this quarter-court trap right here. Really trying to slow down Harvard's offense. Finally breaking it.
But Amanda, that is something that Mike Leffler, head coach of this UMass team, in our chat with him the other day, references that we want to get out into the full court and extend some pressure. Army Turner's first shot is off the mark. McHale the other way. Slicing and dicing into the paint, but active hands from Lydia Chatira. Harmony Turner, Elena Rodriguez, Sanaya Glenn Bello, Lydia Chatira, Gabby Anderson, the starting five for Harvard in their opener tonight. McHale, Obrees, Denebo, Palmieri, and Kaleja, the starting five for UMass. Rodriguez in the paint. Rodriguez through traffic, banks it home.
Great strong move. She was composed. Finally, something for Harvard. Felt like UMass came out firing.
Stopped an early 7-0 blitz for UMass. Off Kaleja's foot, out of bounds. First-year guard out of Greece. She will play a big role on this team this year. A ton of international experience. She's not the only one with international experience on this roster. Of course, Elena Rodriguez. Bevy of experience in Spain. Turner inside the three-point arc. And coming away with the steal is Megan Obrees. But active hands from Sanaya Glenn Bello forcing a turnover. Both teams finding their footing in the early going. Nice find down low to Gabby Anderson.
That's how Harvard's going to play all season long. Two-woman game. Great stuff.
Something Carrie Moore talked about with us a few days ago. Something they've worked on in practice in the preseason. Active hands from Katira. Leading the push. There's Glenn Bello. Everything but the bucket that time. Fight for the rebound underneath the hoop. Gabby Anderson getting tied up with half minutes to this opening quarter. On opening nights across college basketball, Palmieri, a senior who redshirted last year after a season at Seton Hall and 2 years at BC, defended by Glenn Bello. Kaleja, McHale. Again, Amanda, we see UMass trying to extend some pressure into the backcourt.
I love that. And not because they want to take the ball away, but they want Harvard to start out of their set.
Glenn Bello through the trees. Strong rebound for Denebo. Ends up getting tied up with Glenn. 6 wins in her first 2 years at the helm. The most in program history through any coach's first 2 seasons. Turner knocks down the three.
You knew the moment that was coming out of her hand that was going in. Don't let Harmony Turner heat up.
Palmieri jump ball is into this quarter. Palmieri at the free throw line, deflected by Turner. Glenn Bello leading the break. UMass does a good job getting back. Katira bounces it into Anderson. Here's Rodriguez from the wing. She connects. Second three-point field goal for Harvard. And they have their first lead. Turner trying to pick the pocket of McHale. Turner comes away with it. Harmony Turner denied by Obrees.
And that was all hustle. Love a hustle play.
Rodriguez off the inbounds pass, lays it in. how about the defense in that sequence from both teams? Turner and then Obrice. McHale on the drive, and McHale gets fouled.
It wouldn't surprise me if we see a lot of fouls in this game. First game of the year, officials tend to be pretty tight with the calls, setting the tone for the rest of the season. But really, one foul each team, not too bad so far.
Especially with points of emphasis, things they want to. Talking with him the other day, he says his program is night and day from where they were last year.
And he was so excited talking about this team, and you can tell he's feeling really good, really optimistic about this season.
Especially if you're going to get offense from someone like Aaliyah Sorrentino, just like that. Turner trying to get around Sorrentino. Rebounded by Obrice. Past the halfway point of quarter number 1 here at Levidius Pavilion. Yamani McHale. Top to Palmieri.
Now watch this play.
Sorrentino at the elbow. Shot clock winding down for UMass on the cut. Palmieri went off the rim. In transition, Turner thought about a pull-up.
23 World Cup, and it was a storybook ending. A gold medal with the title of world champion. But that was September 15th, so no rest for the weary. She had to get back for preseason practices. She did, back in the lineup. But guys, it took her until about 2 weeks ago to get that sleep schedule back in check.
No rest for the weary. And how about Harmony Turner racking up the frequent flyer miles this summer? Great stuff, Jess. Thanks so much. And Harmony getting a rare rest out of the timeout. Tonight, Glenn Bello pulls up and doesn't get the bounce. And it's rebounded by Obrice.
She hasn't quite gotten the bounce yet today, but when that shot starts falling, she's had some really great opportunities.
Katie Krupa comes down with the miss. Carly White seeing her first action of the night as well. Alina Rocco, first-year guard out of Pittsburgh. Can't hit. Rebound is tipped and controlled by Obrice. UMass in transition. Obrice bounces it. And getting a piece was Krupa.
And take the contact. Great defense.
UMass has now turned it over 10 times here in this first quarter. Last year they averaged about 17 turnovers a game. But only a 1-point game. UMass in front. And a turnover drawn by UMass. Denebo. LeClaire kicks it into the front court. Kaleja. Ferguson on the low block. Denebo with the floater. Shot clock is off. But Harvard will look for the final shot. Turner defended by McHale. Turner. Krupa heaves. Can hit. Kaleja rips it down. And that is a quarter. A lot of great matchups between these two programs. Let's check in with Jess Todd.
Yeah, thanks, Jim. During that last timeout, the Minute Women were dialed in to everything that Coach Leffler was throwing at them. But his big thing coming out, if we have transition opportunities, use the numbers and go. And their sets right now, he thinks they're getting a little bit too slow, really wants them to push the tempo. But let me tell you, everything that he was saying, they were fired up about. They're ready to go here in the second quarter.
All right, Jess, thanks so much. UMass enters this second quarter with a 3-point advantage. Jim Kane, Amanda Keene, Jess Todd with you on opening night at Levidius Pavilion. It's game 2 of our doubleheader here at Cambridge.
I definitely agree with what Coach was saying in that halftime. They've had 8 points off the fast break of their 15, so they definitely can push the pace and be successful.
McHale went all the way to the bucket but came up shy. It's McHale, Denebo, Ferguson, LeClaire, and Kaleja, the 5 on the floor for Mike Leffler's team. And carry more counters with Katira, Turner, Rodriguez, Glenn Bello, and Anderson. Rodriguez picked up by Ferguson. What a cut by Turner. She kisses it home. Scored and the foul. Has 5 assists on 6 field goals so far.
Wow, it's great teamwork right there.
Palmieri being hounded by Harmony Turner. McHale and Bello with some aggressive defense up near the timeline. Minute and a half gone by here in the second. McHale down the right lane. McHale found some daylight. Off with the shot. Rodriguez has the miss. Turner pushing. Rodriguez directing traffic. Ran into LeClaire. And Turner and company. It's an offense last year that ranked 3rd in the Ivy League in points, field goal percentage, 3-point shooting. They're 2nd in free throw shooting. Gabby Anderson banks home the hook shot. Harmony Turner with the steal and throws it off McHale out of bounds.
Out of bounds. That's really hard to do, and love the hustle from her, always.
3 steals already. Nearly added 3 more points. Olbrys has the rebound. Palmieri. Anderson with some tough defense. Something that Carrie Moore lauded her for, just the grittiness and the tenacity with which Gabby Anderson plays on the defensive end. Great defense on this trip down the floor for the Crimson. Into the corner, Glenn Bello left it short. Denebo with the rebound. McHale gets bumped by Harmony Turner. And Turner's not much better. 35% from the floor. McHale, a lot of contact there. Backpedaling towards the timeline. 3 minutes gone by in the second quarter. And McHale gets fouled.
Going down in the post, even on that really high ball screen, couldn't even quite use it because of how tough Harvard's defense is playing right now.
Denebo trying to go, and UMass has 5. Palmieri along with it. Turner in the front court. The crossover. Behind the back into the corner. Anderson short. Glenn Bello on the offensive glass through 3 defenders. A wild shot. Here comes UMass. Palmieri, Denebo taken away by Anderson. Turner down the left side, off balance, shot, can't get the bounce. And a foul down low as Gabby Anderson corralled against 80% of its scoring. 10 returners, 5 first-year players, so a lot of continuity here, but as we mentioned, it's opening night. Trying to dust off the cobwebs, work out some of the kinks.
When you've only been playing against other people who know what your plays are, sometimes
games for this Harvard team. UMass did play Assumption last week, so they had a chance to face a different opponent. Like Leffler talked about, what a great experience that was to be able to get some tape and some film to sit down and look at and correct some things. Anderson drills the 3 from the corner. In year 3 for Carrie Moore's team. 10 returners, 5 first-year players. And really, when you look at what this team lost last year, only 1 active senior, and that was Lola Mullaney, who, of course, was absolutely terrific and one of the best shooters in Harvard's program history. So, big hole there to try to replace her, but this team is up to the task. ELENA Rodriguez.
Shooter, in my opinion, from the coaching side, is okay because they can be streaky. You can't really rely on 3-point shooters to really just hit it home all the time. So she was a big loss culturally, and of course,
a big part of that, forcing yet another UMass turnover. UMass, by the way, 0 for 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Giovanni.
If you're going to foul, you don't want it to be 50 some odd feet away from the basket. That's a tough one. Give her a second and get a drink of water and collect your thoughts before coming back out.
Approaching the final 5 minutes of the opening half. Wide open down low is Rodriguez. Harmony Turner with great court vision. Dallas Pierce to the floor goes Olbrys. Generate some offense here in the second quarter. Not only have they been held without a field goal, they haven't scored a point here in the second. Harvard outscoring UMass 11-zip here in the second. Palmieri drives, draws contacts. As Sanaya Glenn Bella. Palmieri cans the free throws, so the first points of the second quarter for UMass come at the 4:30 mark. That's out of bounds. UMass.
It doesn't feel as close as it is, but it's certainly a close game. UMass making sure that despite some of their mistakes.
Turner. The screen from Rodriguez. Here's Krupa. Rebounded by Rodriguez. New possession for Harvard. Turner. A wild shot that got deflected out of us. Pierce out. Yamani McHale in. Mismatch between Rodriguez and McHale. Krupa for three. McHale fumbles it. That's center court. Jump ball. The lead is 9 for the Crimson. Sorrentino on the baseline. Knocks it down.
I really liked her shot selection so far today. Sorrentino's just been in the right place and gotten some really great shot opportunities so far today.
She's 2 for 3 from the floor. Nifty dribbling from Glenn Bella. Sorrentino goes to the floor. Thought there was going to be a jump ball called there for a second.
There's been a ton of hustle from both of these teams today, and that's what just makes this game so fun to watch.
No question about that. Rodriguez spins. Rodriguez found some daylight and kissed it home. ELENA Rodriguez into double digits. She's got 11. 5 of 6 from the floor. Cross court. And tipped off the finger.
Some game tape review.
I wish I had one of those tablets and a stencil like that. Maybe next time.
Maybe next time.
It's McHale, Kaleja, Olbrys, Adenabo, and Palmieri, the 5 on the floor to begin the second half for UMass. Olbrys spins down low and banks it in.
That was huge.
For Harvard, you've got Rodriguez, you've got Chatira, Turner, Anderson, and Glenn Bello on the floor. It took until the 4:30 mark of the second quarter for UMass to get points on the board, so that's great that they're able to get an early bucket to begin the second half. And Harmony Turner comes right back down and gets the floater to fall.
But I think what's more important in that last UMass offensive possession wasn't just that they scored, of course that's important, but the way they scored. They ran their set right, they got in for one of their really great players and was able to put in a good play.
Patila brings it into the front court. Here's Glenn Bello. Harmony Turner, who had 3 steals in the first half, couldn't kiss it home. Olbrys with the rebound. McHale drives, gets fouled. Sinks the free throws. 9-point game. Anderson tees it up and connects from the corner. Into the front court, it's Adenabo who lays it in. Leaking behind the defense, Chineye Odenabo.
Odenabo has not quite been in the right lane so far this game. She's really running the floor on that last one, but wow. Rodriguez.
That was pretty.
That was pretty.
And now she ties up Stephanie Kaleja.
where I'm from, they call that one the shampoo, the Head and Shoulders. Fake them out.
Here's Carly White. Offensive board to Harvard. Rodriguez. Pass was deflected. Coming up short was Anderson on the 3 ball. Rodriguez sticks her hand in the cookie jar, got fouled from behind. Got hit near the first year to her sophomore campaign. Really fills out the box score. Kale driving, dishing into the corner. Gets it back from LeClaire. Off the mark on the 3, rebounded by Glenn Bello. 2.5 minutes into the third. Glenn Bello stops on a dime, everything but the buckets. Sanaya Glenn Bello still looking for her first field goal. She's now 0 for 6.
She's right there. She's just having one of those games where nothing's falling.
Does have 4 rebounds and a steal. Stephanie Kaleja.
Well, they're letting her stay. I'm surprised. She's got a chunk of cotton up her nose to stop whatever's coming out.
Toughing it out, ELENA Rodriguez. O'Briese lost the handle. Glenn Bello really had that one sail out of bounds. Rodriguez hands it off. Anderson. Rebounded by O'Briese, but to nobody. Tried to find Momo LeClaire. Krupa offline. A lot of contact there. Harvard gets it back. Anderson's shot is no good. UMass scratching and clawing and trying to keep themselves in this game. LeClaire, the fall away, gets it to go. And the lead cut to 11. Anderson spinning, but denied by Odenaba. Krupa at the inbounds. Rodriguez fires it down low. Krupa left it short. Harvard is now 3 for 13 here in the third. O'Briese created some space, got her own miss and put it home.
O'Briese has been getting absolutely crushed in this game, and she earned that one for sure.
Sorrentino picks it off the floor.
Physically, I mean. I don't mean like she's playing poorly. I feel like I need to be specific.
Yeah, really taking a beating down low. O'Briese with the left hand. The junior from Norwood keying this comeback.
Just can show their true colors and thinks Meg is a perfect example of that, especially when she's showing everyone that they can celebrate winning drills at practice, and guys right now celebrate trying to make a comeback attempt too.
No doubt about it, Jess. Thanks so much. And Megan O'Briese, a big part of this comeback attempt, but handled this pass from Ali Palmieri. Harvard has led by as many as 13 in this one, but UMass outscoring Harvard 12-8 here in the third. Defense and turnovers, a big storyline so far in this one. A deflection from Palmieri, but there's Abigail Wright, League Rookie of the Week a season ago, and really took her game to a different level in Ivy League play, really stepped up in a big way. And hoping to take another step in her development in year. Goes into McHale. Backpedaling near the timeline, picked up by Turner. O'Briese fires it into the corner. LeClaire had it poked free by Turner. Rodriguez Still with that left nostril stuffed up. Again, she took a shot to the face early on in this third. Turner into Krupa. Defended by Sorrentino. Krupa steps through the lane, comes up short. Right on the offensive glass, turns it over. Trying to go back to Krupa. The turnover disparity. Only the 9th committed by the Crimson as LeClaire cans one from the corner. It's an 8-point game. Turner to the floor. Ball is loose. A lot of contact there. UMass comes away with it. And Palmieri hits the jumper.
Watch out. Here come the Minutewomen.
UMass has hit 5 of its last 6 shots. Turner and Harvard looking to stop the bleeding, literally in ELENA Rodriguez's case. A lot of contact down low, but no whistle. Gabby Anderson is at the scorer's table, set to check in at the next whistle. Turner slowing things down as she brings it across and turns on the Jets. Rodriguez cross court right, corrals it and turns it over. Turnovers piling up for Harvard in this third quarter. Obrys fired it towards the rim. Wild shot that time.
A ton of physical play underneath the basket.
Carry Moore.
Time during the game or beforehand, unless the shot clock actually expires. So during warm-ups for Harvard, they actually went off. So that led to the technical. Harvard was assessed. UMass gets the 2 points at the game, points at the line to start, I should say, at the beginning of the game, and the ball as well. The Harvard administration is actually sending a message right now to the league, asking for it to be noted to all teams moving forward that it's going to be an emphasis to enforce this year because it never was at any point last year.
Okay, Jess, thanks so much. That is certainly looming large right now. Off the turnover, Anderson sinks the free throw line jumper. And very quickly, the lead back to double digits for the Crimson.
Well, heck of a timeout for Coach Moore and her team.
Harvard coming out strong after the timeout. It gone more than 2 minutes without scoring. Snapping that. Rocco in the corner fumbled it out of bounds. And Sorrentino, the 5 on the floor for UMass, deflected out of bounds. McHale getting the start as the primary ball handler. Her first collegiate game. Gets it back. Kaleja off the catch, along with it. Rebound is controlled by Glenn Bello. Turner gets inside. Turner, difficult finish.
Wow. Really great ball control there.
A foul. She's got 9 points, has 3 helpers, 3 steals. For the third time in as many quarters, Harvard looks for the final shot. Down low, deflected out of bounds.
Miss, but she's got the right idea in attacking the basket.
Rodriguez trying to create space. Rodriguez comes up shy.
In the conference, it doesn't have to just be Princeton who got that max amount of votes. I just love that part of the Ivy League, that anyone can come out and just have a really great tournament and be the winner.
Obrys gets all the way to the rim to begin this fourth quarter. And also, it's a Columbia team that has knocked out these Crimson from the postseason in each of the last 2 years. Turner misfires from 3. Again, as we mentioned in the waning moments of the third, it's been a tough shooting night for Harmony Turner. She's 4 of 16 from the floor. She's out there along with Hatira, Glenn Bello, Rodriguez, and Anderson. The Amani McHale drives along the baseline, feeds Sorrentino, who falls down, but she trapped for Mike Leffler's team. They just committed their 26th turnover of the night. We go back to last year. UMass's season high in turnovers came in their matchup down at Maryland during non-conference play. Rodriguez. Anderson. Shot clock is winding down. Turner, difficult shot. Really tracked down her own miss, but her season high turnovers last year was 28. And that tilts against Maryland. Palmieri sticks the three from the left wing.
Your entire team gets better.
So UMass on a 5-0 run to begin this fourth quarter. This after Harvard ended the third on a 6-0 run. And here so often, Amanda, that basketball is certainly a game of runs. And we're seeing that here in the last few possessions.
It's absolutely a game of runs, and that's when your coaches have to really make sure they're calling the timeouts at the right places. You don't let yourself get too high or too low, depending on what end of that run you're on, and it's just a game. You got to be able to weather those highs and lows.
UMass and Harvard, both teams have been able to do just that, weather the storms throughout this one. And UMass within striking distance in the fourth. Palmieri left it short. Ball is tipped, but we've got a foul on the floor going on.
But the third member of our team, Jess Todd, knows a little bit more about how have these teams been working on the mental aspect of this game.
Performance coach this year, Todd Setnar, said he's been awesome for the players and staff, really shown up for us in a way that's really necessary. You see the way the team can get behind each other right there after something like that. Todd comes in and does a 2-hour session in person with the team each month, along with 2 other half-hour virtual meetings as well. Tells them what they need to hear sometimes, gives them different ways of thinking. It was a big point of emphasis after a year where they struggled with some pressures, some stressors. But when they come up against moments like this and some runs from another team, they're ready for it.
Sorrentino wild with the shot after a...
It's a long season, so you have to be able to stay mentally tough. That's honestly the hardest part, on the body and the mind.
Palmieri was able to keep the dribble as she went tumbling towards the floor, but a shot clock violation. And it's certainly needed it with the struggles from Harmony Turner tonight. Gabby Anderson, known for her tenacious defense and grittiness, as Carrie Moore told us the other day, but a big boost on the offensive end from her tonight. Being hounded by Kaleja. Spins in the lane. Rodriguez wide open down low. By the way, the 20 points for Gabby Anderson, a new career high. Her previous career high was 13, which she did 2 years ago against Merrimack. Krupa off the line, tipped out of bounds. It was... Does UMass have one last run in them? Adenabo, deflected by Krupa, got it back and put it home. 59-51. 3.5 to go in regulation. Turner looking over at Carrie Moore.
UMass cannot afford for Harvard to be in these set plays. They need to force them to be uncomfortable.
Turner in and out on the 3 ball. Shot clock was winding down. They killed a lot of clock on that possession. Kaleja with the crossover. Kaleja kicks it to LeClaire. But UMass like 3 of 7 from downtown in this one. Olbreeze to inbound. LeClaire driving. Palmieri sticks to three. And Ali Palmieri is now 3 of 4 from deep.
Don't let the Minute Women get hot. They are not going away.
5-point game, active hands from McHale, trying to pry it free from Rodriguez, who gets all the way to the cup. Palmieri has had the hot hand in the second half. Dishes it, Olbrys off the window.
Not only the hot hand, but fantastic court vision by Palmieri. If things are happening, it's because she got it there.
It's her third assist. Starting to hear chants of defense from the UMass fans here at Levites Pavilion. There's Turner, little push shot, doesn't go. Krupa is going to get called for the foul, reaching over the top. On a track out from Amherst, about 2 hours west.
During rush hour, you can get home hour 45.
If you really want to push it.
Depends on how the pike's looking.
9 points in her UMass debut. It's a one-possession game. Megan Olbrys on the sideline. Just Todd telling us getting her ankle worked on, but headed to the scorer's table. Glenn Bello short on the 3-ball. UMass a chance to tie the game. McHale pushing, pulls up. No. Adenabo rips down the rebound. And Rodriguez could not hang on. Olbrys back in, great sign for UMass. Sorrentino out. Adenabo up top. Anderson went down. LeClaire, McHale with it. 1 to shoot, heaves it up.
Great screen, tough shot.
The Crimson will take it under a minute to play. One possession game. Rodriguez in the corner. Up top, Turner now. Glenn Bello open, hits the 3! Palmieri has had the hot hand in the second half. They get it to her. Palmieri looking for help and throws it away. Up ahead, Glenn Bello running the floor. Glenn Bello gets fouled by. But now a chance for Harvard to put this game to bed as Hatira gets hit from behind. Time is certainly not their friend. They need points and they need them in a hurry. Is outscoring Harvard 21-18 in the fourth. But Harvard's biggest lead tonight is 13 as McHale heaves one and is along with it. And that should just about do it with the shot clock turned off. Sorrentino commit.
And really execute. That's going to be the key for them, is executing these last few seconds.
Palmieri got swallowed up on the shot attempt. Turner takes it away. And Harmony Turner will lay it in. The exclamation point for the Harvard Crimson. Palmieri comes up shy. And the Harvard Crimson begin